right into Oregon. Now we're going to the same bomb sites, we're going to the same operator setup. We should be here with, again, Noxious going on defense. We're likely going to be going to a very similar setup with Mira, Bandit, Mute, and a Smoke. Okay, good picks there. Echo, okay, again, very good. These two picks of Smoke and Echo, everybody knows these are really good denial operators. When you're playing on bomb, especially down in the basement on Oregon, this is a very, very good team, really classic team to help deny a plant. You do have Twitch coming out from Seamen, which is actually kind of interesting. Twitch has seen a little bit less play recently with the application of the nerf that her Twitch drone got a few seasons back, or last season, so now it's only got 5 of those shocks, and they're now even more important than they were before. Of course, you've got the Ying coming from Mystic on Seamen, and the Ying is a very classic pick as well, especially in the 2 seasons previously when you had a really heavy dependence on the Glaz Ying meta, which was basically drop a absolute ton of smoke into the objective and just drop down there and plant after hurling a bunch of Ying's Candelas and see where you go from there. It's pretty easy to drop.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
What's going on? So we're opening up the wall on the east side of the objective. Really, normal rotation to open up there. And there we go with Jason dropping some of his magazines inside of the small closet. And that wall should be opened up just a little bit. And it looks like Webzax is going to set up his mirror almost the exact same way that I was referring to earlier, dropping it, looking down at the Harry Potter while opening up that wall off to the side. Now Echo's put down a shield in the middle of the closet, and we'll go down and reinforces the attic.
10 seconds left.
The attic can be pretty important, especially since there are those drops inside.
5 seconds to insertion.
That go directly down into the bomb site. So if you're able to keep control,
attackers recover the diffuser.
This is going
attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
A much more difficult time actually taking out your defensive setup. You've got Twitch's drone going around there. She's got a nice drone setup in Harry Potter and might actually be stuck, which is not very good, but she does know where smoke is, and she does know that smoke is put down. Barbed wire, which is an interesting choice there from smoke. You got Aber coming in with the clear into garage, going to take out that camera inside of main lobby, and you got 3 people anchoring on site. You got Smoke, Echo, and very good, very strong anchor and off site. Taking out some real quick cameras, and we're just only 45 seconds in as Aberg opens up the wall. The hatch. Now, I'm not sure if that hatch was reinforced or not. It doesn't look like Habana's in a position to have actually hit that hatch, and the roamers didn't really do a lot to actually contain that. Habana did not open up the hatch, so that was 2 hash charts that were used to open up that Jason wall, as well as the hatch. I'm not sure why. Oh, there goes a kill. Animal getting down. Ying, that's going to slow down that plant quite a bit, and it looks like that drone from Habana completely missed the Jaeger sitting on the stage. So he might be able to get a really quick and easy kill here. He's now been droned out, his drone has been taken down, and he is going to move his position slightly to keep watch on Big Tower. You got Habana from Flaw peeking in. She's just holding a nice angle, waiting for Jaeger to move in and peek, but it doesn't look like he's going to do that. You do have Bandit up top as well, watching that same angle. So as soon as that Habana pushes in, she's going to get taken out, and there's not any support from her. I'm not sure why they're using Habana as an entry in this way into the other side. They would be better served, likely, pushing him with somebody else. I don't even know if they know that the hatch is open. Maybe that original drone that she used would have taken care of that, but Echo goes on his drone to check things out, and a little bit of a delay there on the stream. There we go. Now Twitch runs in and drops the plant, but that Echo...
Attackers have located a bomb.
That. Probably wait to get a quick kill and drops his... She has to come out, she's been down to drop the diffuser, and now it's going to be a 2v5 with he's getting lit up a little bit from top by Capital. Capital gets a quick kill on the Bandit. That's Bandit down, and you guys Jaeger gets peeked, and will take down Ash, and so now Jaeger didn't really take a whole lot of damage in that engagement. We're down to essentially a 1v4 with a downed Twitch and a very, very
15 seconds left.
Smoke there. Capital runs in. He's going to have to brush and
10 seconds remaining.
4 frags. Get these 4 frags.
5 seconds to go.
Quick interesting roam clear right now. Pretty even scoreboard as well coming out from Noxious eSports, with Helms coming out with 2 kills that round. Both from, that was Ash, taking out 2 individuals right there. Sorry, Capitao taking out 2 individuals right there. And like I said, interesting roam clear. When you have that specific bomb site to attack, it's important that you focus your attack on a specific angle. You can send people to the other side of the map to try and get pressure from both sides, but you need a very decisive roam and a very decisive roam clear and very good drones. Habana wasted 2 drones looking into the main meeting area, missed Jaeger with 1, which got taken out by Bandit, then found Jaeger, but essentially had to stay there because she didn't know where Bandit was, or if she did, she knew that Bandit was watching that angle.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Harry Potter, she would have been quickly seen and taken out, or at least identified by Echo, who could peek her with that ACOG, or Smoke, who could use to find out where she was, and push. Legion is being played here by Seamen eSports. Looks like that's going to be Oreo playing Legion. Legion is an operator who is extremely helpful on the bomb. A lot of people will not necessarily value Legion very highly because he doesn't bring a tremendous amount
10 seconds left before insertion.
Fragging power. He does have one of the better guns on defense in his T5
5
SMG.
seconds left before
He does have
insertion.
impact grenades, but it's his Legion traps that do.
Attackers recover the diffuser.
Now, this is what I
Attackers'
was
objective
expecting
is
to
to locate a bomb
see
and
from
defuse
Noxious
it.
last time. You have a castle coming out, and he's going to be holding most of his castle barricades inside of meeting area. This is a much different, a little bit more aggressive hold than what we saw Noxious eSports last round. Now with this hold, you have people playing inside of the main lobby with all the hatches reinforced this time, and he's going to have a long angle looking into classroom. That's very interesting. So all into classroom here, he's going to be able to get a quick kill. This is an interesting angle that I'm not sure if they're actually going to be expecting. We got one person entering classroom right here. Oreo is throwing out some goo mines right at the top of the stairway here. And he knocks out a camera or 2. Some simple drone work coming out right now, making sure that they have control of the entire side of the map, that west side of the map. And they are bringing out a line. Not sure what they're going to be using line for, and there goes Flaw taking out Cactua, and then Animal refrags onto Flaw very quickly. So that's trading out a Jaeger for a Thatcher. I'll take that trade. I'll take that trade. Now, they did not get the Habana. The Habana did take a little bit of damage there. Timmy took a few shots from Legion, but Legion does have a clear line of sight onto where Habana is. He has hit that goo mine. Legion knows exactly where she is, but Animal's droning. So they might have found out where Oreo was and may be able to take him out with 2 individuals. You do have the Lion pushing in with the Habana to help out a little bit, but this is going to be an interesting setup. They are having all the entire team actually on the 2nd floor now to do this roam clear to take care of Legion. Now they may not be aware that Legion is actually up top. Oh, he gets a hit on Habana, who stands in the middle of the hallway and gets that shot. Legion drops down through a very smart rotation. That's why he saved those impact grenades, and is now back into a previously cleared area of the building on the west side. Now Animal takes care of Oreo though, so that that smart rotation is not going to do too much for him, but he might get hit by this castle here. Right into the nice. Gets a good down, but he should not know. He's down. We are aware where the castle is at this point, because in Pro League rules that we're playing under, they do not get these point notifications.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Rotates back into the objective, and he's now burned a lot of time. They have to go ahead and pick up that Twitch up, which, while they are down 3 to 4 in the man count, they have the diffuser. They're going to have to push it into the back here very quickly.
A bomb has been located.
10
seconds remaining.
Crossfire onto Habana. Habana goes down, and Lion
10
does
seconds
have the
to go.
diffuser.
Attackers
Hold on,
drop
has
the
the
diffuser.
diffuser. Goodness, Burn gets a quick kill.
5 seconds to go.
Oh, it's a team kill coming out from Webzax. Diffuser down. Quick peek from Helm's Flirt, and there goes Twitch. An unfortunate team kill right there, and a very, very efficient roam strat and clear from roam strat, not clear, roam strat and hold from the defensive side. From the defensive side, you had them burn a lot of time. You had a quick frag at the beginning, which was relatively immediately traded out, and Animal was doing a very good job fragging, honestly. But you had a very quick frag come out from Flaw. Flaw takes out Thatcher, gets immediately traded out. After he gets traded out, the Legion starts burning all kinds of time. They knew that he was upstairs. They were hitting all the mines up top, but the problem that they were encountering was not being able to clear him effectively. Now he's able to drop down and waste a bunch of time. Castle gets a quick frag through the wall through some very, very smart game sense and wastes even more time. So even though they went down in the man count with about a minute and a half left in the game, those roam clears and those smart rotations back to objective were able to burn enough time so that the attackers only had 30 seconds to actually push into the objective. When you're defending downstairs, 30 seconds is likely not going to be enough time to complete what you need to do. Now, Noxious is bringing the Legion this time. Get Timmy coming out on the Legion, and a very simple setup here as well. Near Bandit Smoke, Legion, and a Valkyrie. Unfortunately, they don't have the Valkyrie.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Caxio does not, but they're very normal reinforcing of Attic. Valkyrie throws a camera at the top of the stairs on the southeast side of the building, and we'll see what else is going to happen. Likely Mira's going to be putting her windows exactly right there. That is a very, very strong place to put Mira windows because you're able to watch a very
5 seconds left before insertion.
Right underneath the main bedroom window.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser. Attackers' objective is to defuse a bomb. Defender has left the designated staging area. Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Hopefully they're not going to spot that camera out very quickly. Now Mystic using a very routine peek.
Attackers recovered the diffuser. Attackers have dropped.
Now that peek on the A window is a very, very important peek because a lot of people during the setup phase will like to run back and forth, finishing up their last little bits of setup and just popping a few random taps through that window by hopping on the refrigerator at that spawn can really actually get a frag or at least put a little bit of damage into the defending team. No hits right there. You can see those bullets in the wall where those rounds were actually hitting if you want to use that next time you're playing ranked or if you just want to pull that out casual and give it a try. Animal's going to be the early warning system playing at the main stairs on the south entrance as the attacking team is going to clear out the big tower as well as the west side of the building. HT Flaw on the wall, not going over this window, and maybe exposing a little bit of his body. Got Animal rotating over here to potentially get a kill onto that sledge, and if he looked over to the side, he could get that Habana. Habana has repelled back up, Sledge bandit, two rounds off, and now we're going to see a little bit of a dance here. He preps to frag grenade. The bandit has already rotated. He knows exactly where Sledge is, and he's just burning as much time as he can. Half the round is already gone, and Sledge has his position anywhere else. And Bandit, all he has to do is just sit here and burn time. Now, you can use that line at this point, but Bandit has no move, so he does get spotted out right there from a little bit of actually unnecessary movement from Habana, and Habana gets a few shots on the Bandit, but does not get back. Sledge throws a frag grenade and does get that kill onto Animal. Very smart play by Sledge. Maybe not the best idea that Bandit had to rotate into that specific angle, but Timmy will also get a frag from Legion on Legion as he takes out the Buck. So there goes all the frag power coming out from Seamen eSports is now gone. Sledge has wasted 2 frags, and Buck is now gone. They are aware of Valkyrie's position inside of Armory, but once again, 30 seconds left. All they have to do is burn time. It is a 4v4. Lion does have the diffuser, and he can't get that. Timmy gets another frag onto the Habana, and they are holding tight right there at that big window. Lion gets down Timmy, but as soon as he falls into plant, he's going to get stuck on that Legion line, and that's going to prevent his 10 seconds. He pops a few shots through the window. Timmy gets finally taken down by 5 seconds. Mira taken down. What?
Operator, you have run out of time.
Kill on Oreo, and that's the match. Now, right there, you saw the power of Legion. In its full glory, you saw the power of Legion. With those goo mines there, even if he peeked, which probably wasn't the best idea in my opinion, even if he had peeked, as soon as Lion would have jumped in, even though he had the diffuser to plant, he would have gotten immediately tagged by the goo mine and could not actually plant. looks like on Noxious right now, you have Animal coming out with some substantial frags, and also Timmy. Seems like a pretty even scoreboard right there on Noxious. But for Seamen, Helms Fleur is getting all of the kills right now for his team. He's coming out with Ash, as he did in the very first round, and doing some serious work both in that round as well as in the subsequent rounds. Now he is going to be hopefully bringing some of that smart castle play we saw on their last defensive round, and looks like they're bringing a Blackbeard on Noxious eSports, which on this particular bomb site, that makes sense. Blackbeard's likely going to stay outside of the A window and just consistently peek that and be able to hold those long angles with that shield and an ACOG.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So he's going to be able to not worry about getting headshot, at least for a split second. Almost an identical setup coming out from Seamen eSports here, although they have swapped out
located by attackers.
Bandit for a castle, and they've swapped out for a pulse. Bandit is going to a team fire there onto Pulse. Pulse got lit up just a tad. We are trying to take out the drone. That's going to be unfortunate. Good camera placement coming out there from Neighbor. He is putting a nice camera that will look all the way down the main hall of the top floor. Very, very good camera placement. Likely going to get spotted out if someone is active on it while anyone's peeking from Armory, but it will get them some
Attackers recovered the diffuser. Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
And we're going to be putting a Mira inside of the kitchen. This is a pretty good hold to be able to control a lot of the access from below. Oftentimes teams will take control of that bottom floor and be able to pretty much completely deny kids' bedroom by just blowing up the entirety of the floor. They're putting Oreo downstairs with that mirror window to be able to control everything. And he should also be able to know where Capitao is with his heartbeat sensor. Capitao sending a quick drone inside there after guarding his front guarding the run out with Claymore, and he spots out Pulse, who is on his cameras, and Pulse likely does not know that he actually gets spotted out there. This is not going to be a good situation for him. He's going to get droned out a second time. He definitely knows that he's been spotted out now because he did get pinged by the drone, but he's just going to sit nice and comfortably behind his mirror window. Here comes some more drones there. One coming out is a quick frag onto gets that Zofia. So that's a lot of that soft destruction gone. That they were in the kitchen to flashpoint equivalents that she has. Pops back on. Shield immediately gets taken off. Blackbeard's down to almost no health and gets peeked very quickly by Valkyrie, who eats a shot from the SR-25 in the shoulder. But you do need 2 or 3 rounds to take out a 2-hour from an SR-25. She is going to be very low, and so is the Mira, but it is a 3v5, and this is not looking too good for Noxious eSports. Noxious eSports does get a frag.
Swapping mags!
Thermite takes control of Big Tower with a push. Now, here's an interesting setup. The defense has slightly blown up the wall right there in a strategy very similar to what you would have seen from Penta when playing on the basement of Bank. They will not be able to open that wall up with the charges, but they do have the ability to walk through the west side of the wall, because it has been opened up, but of course they have barbed wire right there. The Pulse is still tucked nice and safe inside the kitchen. He is going to be waiting for some of the vaulted kids, so he could drop a C4 and get that quick plant off, or prevent the plant from going off. But it looks like the attack is stalling out a little bit here inside of kitchen, or inside of the attic, I should say. But you do have Capitao coming out from the flank. East side, very nice shot there. Very good shot, takes out the castle on Helms. The top fragger. Let's see if that actually makes a difference here. Camera gets taken out. There is
15 seconds remaining.
But they do have that pulse up.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Quick
Attackers recovered the bomb
Caxton.
diffuser. 10 seconds to go.
Another quick frag. It's now 1v2.
5 seconds
Caxton
remaining.
putting down all kinds of work. He's going to have to drop the plant. He's got to push around the corner here to stop that plant. He sees the shadow, takes out the Capitao. Plant's going down. Gets the kill. Oreo with the clutch. Oh, boy, he played that very, very smart. His only option there was to either shoot through the wall to disable the plant, which would allow the Capitao to actually push him, or to push into a gunfight and hope that he was able to outshoot the Capitao. And even though that Capitao's AR did get a buff relatively recently, that UMP-45 was able to tear through pretty fast. It does some pretty competent damage up close, and he was able to get some very good shots down on Capital and win that gunfight. Very well played from Pulse. That's some smart, relaxed Pulse play. Even though you are 3 speed, you don't have to immediately engage everything you see because you're as fast as Ash or you're as fast as Bonnie. Take your time, use your scanner, find out where everybody is, and then engage with that utility and that information that you've gained. Very similar strats coming out from both teams now. We're going back down to the laundry room with almost, I think that's an identical setup to what Noxious had last time. And this is likely going to be pretty much an identical actual defensive setup this time as well. They are bringing the Lion and replacing the Ying from Seamen here.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Ever since Lion got his nerf, he got his protecting abilities nerf, and he got his scanner counter, you haven't seen as much of him. You have to play him a little bit smarter than you had to previously. And when you're playing Lion this way, he's going to work very, very well in conjunction with Jackal, even more so than he did before the actual nerf came down. Before it was a nightmare. Now it's less of a nightmare, but it's still a nightmare. Jaeger takes out Berg's drone, taking stock of that drone economy and making sure
10 seconds left before insertion.
They are remembering to reinforce the top hatch this time. Thank you for reinforcing the top hatch.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
First time,
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
But if I remember correctly, they did win that round specifically. So not the biggest issue because of the insufficient.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Yeah, Seamen has spread out their spawns a little bit, spawning both in the southwest and southeast. Helms is going to be and taking control of looks like the classroom area there, watching from the downstairs stairs. Open up the hatch very, very quickly. Quick little angle into the hatch. Now that little hatch angle right there, a lot of people aren't quite knowledgeable about that. That is another way to circumvent the mute jammers. Putting the Hibana charges on that lower part of that wall will have the charge effect go through the wall and knock out the hatch. Ooh, Animal gets taken out by a very good shot by Flaw. Flaw's getting a lot of quick kills this round. Bandit was playing in the exact same spot that he was playing.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
He got engaged by the sledge, and it was likely going to be a very difficult position that any drone could have spotted out, or just a quick read coming from the defender.
Loading new magazine!
Log gets taken.
See you on the other side.
By Caxio. Those Hibana charges should actually go off. We're in a position to
attackers
stop
recovered
those
the
from going
diffuser.
off, but it doesn't look like they opened up the wall hardly at all. I'm not sure what refrag onto Caxio as the last of the Hibana charges goes off. I think they may have used an impact grenade from... Nope, not smoke. They must have just shot those charges off because they did not open up the wall. Echo is in a position to knock those charges off with his MP5, and that's why they are going to smoke and plant. Oreo's going to drop his plant in the corner behind the laundry basket after dropping his lion charge. Stopping him. Both canisters are going to go out. Echo charge goes off and disorientate Oreo. Oreo is in not the best position here. He's at 35% health. They are still up 4 to man count, but there's plenty of utility left on the defense to stall this out. 37 seconds left. You have some of the best operators on defense to stall these plants. And Echo is still going to be able to use his drone. Oh, it looks like he got taken out. Oreo does go down, so the plant did not go through. He's not a Thatcher. He's frozen by
attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Smoke. He has used most of his utility.
15 seconds left.
And it looks like Echo's getting droned out as a quick...
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
He takes
10
out
seconds to
Capital
go.
while getting live spotted. Oh my goodness, they clutched that round out. Oh my word. So what happened there was not the best aim right there from Ash, but what happened there was, after realizing that their diffuser was down, all they could really do was go for frags. So they had pushes coming in from the laundry side. They had to rotate out of the main lobby into meeting room and drop to the hatches and try and get some pushes in there, but they just did not win their gunfights. And that right there is the power of the power of Smoke, the power of Echo, and the power of Mira, installing these plants out. A full 40 seconds left. You're at a man disadvantage. Most team compositions are not going to be able to handle that, but you have the 3 straight up best defenders for accomplishing that objective. Now, swapping the Bandit for a Vigil this time. Seamen is putting Oreo on the Vigil, Flaw doing his work on Jaeger, and you got Helm going on to Smoke, and you got Aberg going on to Castle this time. Mystic sticking to Mira. Now, this is an interesting swap here. I'm wondering why they're doing this. They had some pretty successful Castle play from Helms beforehand, but now they're putting Berg
Attackers
on
need to locate
Castle,
and defuse
and
bombs.
they're going to be putting, Helms. Smoke is primarily sticking with barbed wire instead of impact, which is not
Attackers
the worst
have discovered the location of a
barbed wire
bomb.
is still effective even after the match. You take a look at all the potential explosive use that the attackers have to deal with, but it is still going to be and Smoke to the primary
10 seconds to insertion.
5
seconds
on the
to
back
insertion.
side of the bomb site there, and looks like they're going to be reinforcing the hatches, and of course leaving
Attackers
the
recovered the defuse. Attackers' objective is
on
to
the north
defuse the
side
bomb.
of Beetle. And of course they have reinforced both the hatch as well as adjacent wall. Windows
Device is going down!
goes grenade in, and some final punch going up from Abrams, who took a little bit of damage from that spray through the wall from Thatcher. Whoa! A wall bang coming from Abrams on the schoolboy. A fantastic read and shot through the wall. And the refrag on the Flaw. There goes the Jaeger. But you now have lost a Thatcher and you've lost the Lion. And it's not even 45 seconds into the round. Traded for a Jaeger and a little bit of damage on Castle. Yeah, that's a good time to fall back into the objective. Now you have all of the defenders downstairs in this site. They've all rotated back to the site for the hold. This basement floor is kind of like Clubhouse in that you can play relatively spaced out and not have to worry too much about any bunching up. But I'm actually mistaken. There is a Vigil that is roaming at this point as well. The bottom part of the mirror window is going to get opened up. Vigil is going to get spotted out by the drone on the top floor, and he'll probably rotate and drop back in the kitchen as soon as he gets pressure. But they are aware of where he is. Animal and Webzax are in a position to capitalize on this. But the problem that they're going to experience here is that, of course, with Vigil's ability, it's hard to drone him out. It's real hard to drone him out because he's invisible to the drones. Now, Animal is going to be watching that drop down, but Vigil has no reason to drop down. Frags get and will not take any damage off of Vigil as he rotates back down to the stairs and will hold an angle up there. Now, it looks like Thermite might actually go for the clear on the Vigil, which not exactly what I would be hoping to do. Having Thermite be the head clear and everything, base check.
Attackers have dropped the bomb
They will trade out
diffuser.
the
Attackers
diffuser
have
there
recovered their
just in case.
diffuser.
They have already opened the hatches, so Thermite's not really useful at this point. But, oh, that was almost a trade there. Very good aim from Oreo, but it was not enough because he was not quite prepared to have to drop those shots down onto Flashbang coming out, getting eaten up by those Jaeger magpies that I mentioned earlier as Thermite opens up the hatch, dropping down into the supply hallway, and there goes all the barbed wire on the stairs as Smoke Very good throw. The smoke grenade sledge gets caught in that gas, but only takes the tick damage. He's going to try and Mystic gets a very good shot down the hallway onto
15
Timmy
seconds
playing
to go.
Tap fires. Now a 2v3.
10 seconds remaining.
Have
Attackers
to
dropped.
give a low health
Attackers
thermite.
recovered the bomb diffuser.
Immediately gets nitro cell. Very good throw. Mystic, good read, and excellent hold. There wasn't a whole lot that could be done right there, if we're honest. Once you have that thermite going down to low health, you are almost essentially down an operator. Yes, you still have a gun up in the fight, and yes, you can still shoot people, but you got 1 health. You're gonna get shot once anywhere, and you're dead, no matter if it's from Valkyrie's MPX, Ella's Scorpion, or Jaeger's 416. You're gonna go down. So while they were looking for the Legion or the Vigil, I understand they were trying to push at the same time, but maybe having 2 individuals push, create a crossfire, and take him out at that point instead of having to thermite face check it by himself. And he almost lost his life right there. Imagine how that round would have gone if Oreo had not lost that gunfight and had actually taken out that thermite. That would have been disastrous. Now they're bringing a Buck this time. Good read from Seamen eSports. They're bringing the Buck. They'll be attacking onto kids' dorms, top floor. Attacking the kids' dorms on the top floor, and that Buck is likely to be used inside of the kitchen to destroy all of the floors inside of his bedroom. They are bringing the same lineup they did last time, almost. They are not bringing the Pulse, they are bringing a Legion, as well as a Bandit instead of Valkyrie.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Or Valkyrie and Pulse that Seamen had last time. Now let's see if they're actually going to be playing downstairs. They have not brought anything down into the kitchen to set up, so they need to be forfeiting control of the kitchen entirely.
10 seconds remaining.
Impactor need to take out that bookcase, which will give them a little bit of extra cover that they can use to sneak into either kids' bedrooms or into...
Attackers recovered the diffuser. The attackers' objective is to defuse the bomb.
A lot of...
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
So that Buck is going to have free roam.
Attackers recovered the bomb.
Well, from the attacking team. We'll see what that blitz is going to be used for, but we can almost bet money on the fact that Buck is going to be entering into
attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Especially with Twitch to buck the entire floor and pretty much unseat all the defenders playing inside.
Attackers have recovered their
Is an
diffuser.
extremely strong holding point that you can utilize on this map to take hold of both bomb sites. You can peek through the wall.
Attackers dropped the diffuser. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Primary plant spot, primary A plant spot, and then you can also peek and look into the other plant spot in the bunk beds, all through a specific wall or even through a specific mirror. Oreo is clearly wary of Animal, who very often is going to play inside that top attic, but he's not going to do it this time. He's playing downstairs on a relatively intermediate drone. They probably will not be expecting him here too much. They did drone out the top attic, so they're not going to have to waste any time throwing grenades or anything inside there. But that Twitch drone has a little bit of utility. I think they did get the Twitch drone before they were able to take out the mirror. And you don't have anybody inside of big dorms. But you go to Caxio getting a frag or refragging after Flaw takes out Smoke. And he has pushed into range of gunfire. Oreo gets a kill on Caxio and trades out. That's a good trade. You've now lost a Buck for a Smoke and a Jaeger, which isn't exactly what I
Attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped.
Refrag onto Habana, who got the kill earlier onto, I believe, Smoke, and now the
attackers recovered
has
the
been
diffuser.
locked down by Legion, specifically Blitz. Blitz is not going to be able to use his sprinting with his shield up ability if he hits that goo trap, and he's going to have to stop and put his shield away in order to take that goo needle out of his leg.
Attackers have dropped the bomb
So
diffuser.
we're now in a little bit of a stall here with 35 seconds left in the round. You've got a 3v3. You've got a very, very hurt Twitch. They're not going to have time to go for seconds. And you've got a peek off-site from Bandit. Now, if they could beat this effectively, they might be able to quickly push onto the main site and just out-frag everybody with Animal off. If you do
15
have
seconds remaining.
And we're off the site. Ooh,
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. 10
Blitz
seconds
right
left.
10 seconds left in the round. Mira
5 seconds.
hold the angle, gets that frag. Takes out. Oh, here we go. Ash is going to drop the plant. Animal's off site. He's not going to be able to rotate back fast enough to stop this. It's going to be a 1v1 between Animal
Attackers
and
are activating the diffuser.
Mystic, quick frag. Oh my goodness. Great peek, great read from Mystic onto Animal. And that's going to be the round going in favor of Seamen eSports. And right there on the scoreboard, you can see why frags are not necessarily going to be the most powerful thing that you can have in this game. Mystic top fragging for his team, not by a whole lot, but top fragging. But he's almost a full 100 points behind the closest fragger and almost 300 points behind his other team. So in Siege, it doesn't matter if you get MVP, although it's cool to see the animation. It doesn't matter if you get MVP, as long as you're contributing to the team and you win, that's all that matters. Now, it is match point for Seamen eSports, and they are going on downstairs, so they're going upstairs onto kids' dorms and bringing the same loadout that they had last time. Legion, Jaeger, Pulse, Valkyrie, and Mira, and then attacking Capitao, Thermite, Twitch, Sledge, and Montaigne. Now, Montaigne is an operator that we haven't seen a whole lot in any kind of higher level play since really the Invitationals. You have seen a little bit of it in Pro League, but it was nowhere near as terrifying or as dominant as it was, specifically in the Pro League finals, when you
Attackers
had
need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Which was very, very interesting plays. Valkyrie's looking for a sneaky little cover spot here. In the wall here, in the small door.
Bomb located by attackers.
I'm wondering where this is actually going to look. Not anywhere extremely find that camera, and we'll keep going, looking for the same camera spot as last time inside of that vanity, dresser, wardrobe,
camera feed
whatever
up.
you want to call it. And we're again having them put a lot of
10 seconds left
on the stairs. Now there's no long-range soft destruction coming out from
5 seconds left.
the attacking team, so holding down the kitchen isn't going to be the
Attackers cover the bomb. Attackers'
biggest
objective
push
is to defuse a
from
bomb.
Oh, a quick frag onto oh my goodness. Jaeger tried to spawn peek. Very predictable spawn peek onto construction. Thermite's ready for that and gets the frag. So now you're already down an operator. And it's not even 30 seconds. I question spawn peeks a lot of the time, especially in this specific level of play. Everybody's seen these spawn peeks. The game's been out for so long, especially the competitive maps that we have with specifically Oregon. Those are very predictable spawn peeks, very predictable runouts. So, it was interesting. Wasting a nitro cell there is also very interesting. I guess you needed to open that, but I mean, does Legion have impacts left? No, he brought the okay. Alright. Maybe it's going to be used in the strategy a little bit later. Normally, Legion's going to bring the impact grenades because why would you not bring impact grenades? It's an extremely useful tool for defensive setups, and that's going to be a waste of a nitro cell. They've only got two. They got 2 nitro cells left, however. They have Pulse Bling downstairs, and of course they have the nitro cell on Mira. Now they are going to try and take control of the kitchen here. Some quick drone work, but again, Pulse is going to likely be aware of the attempt to clear him out, and is going to take care of that drone. Webzack takes out Valkyrie, and the cameras that she put up earlier are still going to be helpful to her team. Pulse knows exactly what's going on and is going to probably not have the best time. You've got a crossfire from Twitch inside of the main lobby. Rio gets a frag on the peak. Oh, almost gets a headshot on the Montaigne, but gets traded out by the crossfire from Animal. So it's now a 2v4. And Noxious has the defuse. We do have Mira available to prevent the plant, but with a minute left, it's going to be a little bit difficult for them to be able to stop the fire. Very good nitro cell reach. Now drop, so there's 1 down. So now a 2v3. Get a Montaigne down on the white stairs. And going to be lots and lots of goo mines, wasting plenty of time. 15 seconds gone. It's going to be another 40 seconds left. Montaigne just holding that white stairs angle. For another blue mine for Montaigne down. Are aware that they have a Sledge down on the east hall. And looks like they're trying to get a quick angle onto Sledge. Shots go down. Sledge is taken down very well. A lot of time here. Montaigne pushes in. Ooh, gets a double kill. A final headshot onto Legion. Not expecting the Montaigne double kill there. Good shot, good flick onto Legion. Will take that headshot onto Decaxio, and Decaxio gets the headshot onto Seamen, and we're now at overtime. some pretty even fragging coming out from a lot of these players. No one's really lagging behind. Everyone's contributing. You got 6 assists coming out from Timmy. Schoolboy only with 3 and 2, but he can go back to school, I suppose. So we're going to be attacking Laundry Room downstairs. And you got the Seamen bringing the Buck and the Sledge and the Twitch for anti-electronic devices. Probably going to see a very similar setup from Noxious. Noxious has been very successful downstairs, even when they forget to reinforce the hatch, but they've been very successful downstairs. There has not been a substantial counter, really, yet for the downstairs from Seamen. They seem to neglect dealing with the Echo. Now, understandably, the Echo can be somewhat difficult to deal with, but even bringing a Thatcher to disable that for enough time to defend the plant might be an idea. Normal barbed wire and ADS setup at the base of a very normal setup. Nothing out of the ordinary. It really remains to be seen what the attackers are going to do. A lot of times people will try and hide their drones inside the map to have them pre-placed for the actual round, which is not necessarily a bad idea, but especially with a Twitch drone, it can be a good idea to just park that drone
Attackers
outside,
have discovered the
pick
location
it
of a
back
bomb.
up, and then utilize it later when
5 seconds to
to the objective. If you
Attackers covered the diffuser. Attackers are heading out to defuse a
gonna
bomb.
be short 3 drones in the main phase. Looks like main hatch isn't reinforced again. Thanks for showing us that. It's not reinforced again. Either they don't care or they forgot. Based on how I'm seeing them play, I'm pretty sure that... Ooh, missed Twitch drone shot from Flaw. That would have been huge disable on the backside. But Smoke's able to knock that Twitch drone out, and that's going to only leave Twitch with 1 more drone, which looks like she's sending back in to try and knock out that mirror window. She's aware of how important that mirror window is.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
And now that Twitch drone is probably going to be a little bit being checked for right now, but if he's able to knock open that mirror window, that's going to be an enormous blow for the defense. Smoke is prepared for this Twitch drone. Looked like he saw the drone. Oh, it gets knocked out! Twitch drone goes, maybe he might try to disable the other one, but it gets blocked by that shield that Echo put down. And that's an efficient use of the Twitch drone. It's a very good trade, trading the Twitch drone for a mirror window knockout. That's absolutely worth it. The hatch gets opened up by Sledge very quickly, very succinctly, and he's going to hold that long angle basement hallway. Twitch has taken a substantial amount of damage. I can only assume that it's come from, yep, Smoke. Smoke gets a headshot, and down goes Twitch. Her utility has been expended, unless you count her utility as, very good headshot. They keep falling. Animal playing upstairs. Animal loves to play upstairs in that top floor. Interesting frag grenade angle, and it is able to get it down onto Mira, but they do not know that grenade is down. Alright, pick right back up. It's an interesting grenade there. Now that shield has been destroyed, Mira's down to half health, but Oreo's down to 1 health. Literally 1 health here. So this is not looking too good for Seamen eSports here in overtime. You're in a 3v5 with 45 seconds left. You still have roamers on the map, and one of your fragging operators in Havana is completely low on health. Even doing a reset at this point is going to be difficult. You won't be able to down her with the primaries, and especially not the secondaries. With how low health she is, she'll get immediately knocked down. So they really don't have time any either. So with 22 seconds left, Ash is just going to go do Ash things. Sledge is dropping the plant. I'm not sure if they're aware of this. Yes, they are. They know exactly where Sledge is.
15 seconds left. Attackers have dropped the bomb
Mystic does get a kill onto Smoke.
Attackers have recovered their
down.
diffuser.
She might be able
10
to get
seconds
the plant
remaining.
off.
The attacker's bomb diffuser
And
has been
got
dropped. 5 seconds to go.
Kills. Another frag. That's going to be the round. Mystic breaking 10 kills this round for his team. He's really putting in the work for his team with that kill on Smoke and I believe Echo. But now we're going to be going into overtime match point. Webzack and Mystic coming out with some hot kills. 10 kills, breaking 10 kills in this round. And we might see Animal break 10 as well. Now, they are really going to have to pick up their pace on Seamen if they want to push this onto a second overtime match point here. They're going to need to shut down Animal. They'll potentially need to shut down Webzack as well and prevent them from fragging out as they have been so far. They've been getting at least 1 or 2 frags per round, and that's put their team in a very, very good position as we can see right now. Only one hard destructor from Noxious this time with the Hibana. They also have the Zofia for some soft destruction along with Sledge, Capital for the mirror window disable, and then Montaigne probably just to help force a little bit further into the objective. Only one plant preventing operator on
Attackers
Seamen
need to locate and defuse bombs.
Which, again, interesting decisions right there. Only one plant from the smoke going out, or only one delay from the smoke, delay operator from the smoke. But they are going
Bomb
to be
located by attackers.
As they should, as they should. Webzack is going to get his drone downstairs, find that objective, and maybe place it in a sneaky spot. Looks like he's going to be trying to locate both drones, realizes there's a mirror.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
And looks like he's going to get away with his drone scot-free.
10 seconds to go.
Pretty much an identical almost a little bit of
5
team
seconds
damage,
remaining.
A little bit of team damage onto Flaw. Flaw's going to need to get some lead-off kills. If he can take out
Attackers recovered the bomb
early
diffuser
in the match, that's going to do a lot of really good work for the defending team. Montaigne is a very, very important operator to push for a objective. Opening up all the walls, they are likely going to be very wary of Berg playing that long angle he has been before. They've got 2 layers of this stuff. They've got Flaw peeking long onto the west side of the map. I don't believe that Noxious knows that he's there. And you have Berg covering his angle on the backside as well. If he does happen to go down, then he'll be able to get knocked down. Flaw is waiting for this Hibana to push in and start knocking out. She pushes right in. They did not drone. He sees her. Oh, he's going for the flank, pushing right up into Berg. Qualifier, she gets that kill onto Berg. Goes right. She's going to trade out onto Jaeger.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
Jaeger with the drop shot and then not a drop shot. I don't know what happened there. That was not the best setup right there. Now with Castle playing in that same position, that was a relatively predictable thing because he had done it before. He had gotten a wallbang through the wall and then also a wallbang down in the first or second round of the match. So playing in that same spot again, probably not the best thing. Free fire that angle, and she was going to win that gunfight. Jaeger almost losing his life, but trading the Hibana for the Castle. Castle's utilities are going to be used, Hibana's not, so we'll go ahead and take that. Now the hatch is going to be secured, which is huge. Vigil is cleared out at this point, and you've got one roamer inside of main lobby, and then the rest are going to be on site. Capital is running in. Jaeger is aware of them pushing. He's probably going to maybe get a trade at this point. He gets spotted out, and he's going to be going down probably very quickly. There's a Capital there as well. Capital tries. Montaigne gets the frag down. So very good roam clear that time.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Noxious. Well done. As they now have complete control of top floor with only Amira and smoke downstairs. Now the hatch is still reinforced because the Hibana got traded by Jaeger very, very quickly. And looks like there's shots coming out from smoke, preventing that plant from going down directly. He's going to be able to throw a little bit of gas canister there. And there's only 20 seconds left, so he has enough time to stop. But it looks like they pushed straight through. He gets burned a lot by this gas canister. Two shots on the mirror. He escapes with real life. Another grenade. Smoke comes down.
15 seconds remaining.
Mirror getting pushed down there. And then Timmy is getting the plant.
Attackers dropped. Attackers have recovered their
defense. All he has to do is stay alive for 4 seconds. Oh, Montaigne's dropping the plant down. Oh, so close. Sledge was extremely low. Webzack's got that kill. And we had 3 players in this match break 11 kills. That's pretty remarkable. Hard-fought victory is right. The team's trading rounds back and forth and back and forth and back and forth until we finally had a breakout attack win. Once they brought that Montaigne, they were really seeing some solid work. Okay, you had Nicaxio played that Montaigne in, I believe, 3 or 4 rounds that game, and was able to get some very, very good kills and some important pushes. Now, we did get a point that time for Noxious eSports, so we'll be putting a point in their column in just a little bit. We're going to have to take a quick break while we reorganize the team, get everyone back in the lobby, and spool up the second map. Now, the second map that we're going to be going to is, is going to be Clubhouse. Now, Clubhouse is pretty similar to what you would see on Oregon in that you have a lot of space to work with, especially when playing downstairs. Downstairs is currently the favored site on Clubhouse, but it is big enough so you can't really roam a whole lot on Clubhouse, or at least that's the common belief, I guess you could say. However, we've seen this in the Pro League Finals before. You've seen the Pro League Finals, seen it in the Pro League Finals when it comes to playing a roamer off-site. You've had the you've had Adam playing and taking out the entirety of EG. Adam from Rogue just hiding in a corner on Clubhouse and taking out the entirety of EG from the backside. And that's something a little bit scary. That was likely an oversight on EG's part, frankly, but the problem that you are going to have is just making sure you actually do roam clear. A lot of people, when they're playing on Clubhouse, are going to encounter, or just going to think that, okay, we don't need to worry about clearing out the roamers. No one ever roams on Clubhouse. But you saw that happen with EG in one of the recent Pro League matches. I believe that was the seeding match for the upcoming Pro League Finals this weekend. So with that issue, you can't just neglect your droning. Just because you know nobody roams or you think nobody's going to roam, you can't just assume that. People are always going to be nutty, and they might just throw a random, I'm going to hide in a corner that I blew up with an impact grenade and flank, or wait and flank 5 minutes into the round, and then you send one operator off at a time to try and deal with them, and that's not quite how it's going to work. Now, that was a pretty evenly divided match. Most of the players were all putting in a good amount of work. You didn't really have anybody lagging behind or straggling, and this specific team matchup is probably going to give us a very good game on Clubhouse as well. Now, there was some very, very good echo play coming out from Noxious, and that Noxious was very, very the Noxious echo play was extraordinarily important when it came to making sure that those plants did not go down from Seamen eSports. What they need to do, especially when they're going to be attacking the stock room, the first floor bomb site on Clubhouse, they're going to need to make sure that they find and neutralize that echo, whether they neutralize the drone or they neutralize the actual operator itself, because he can sit 20 miles off site and not have to worry a lick about getting shot and then just disable the plant all day. Now on console, I don't believe that he's gotten the slight buff that they've been talking about. And by that I mean getting 2 drones and getting 2 zaps per drone. And I believe the recharge time has been altered as well. With 2 echo drones though, that's going to present a little bit of an issue to a lot of attacking teams, especially Seamen. If they're not able to disable 1 echo drone, God forbid they actually have 2 echo drones up to try and stop these plants from going down. When you combine it with a smoke, when you combine it with a Legion and a Mira, you have some pretty substantial ability to stall out plants. Now, when you're playing downstairs on Clubhouse, one of the important things that you have to focus on is Dirt Tunnel. Dirt Tunnel is one of the primary ingress points directly into the A bomb site, into the downstairs armory. And if you lose control of that, you essentially have lost control over the entire back half of armory site. And you can plant behind the shelves, you can plant behind any of the ammunition cans. The only thing you have to really counter that is either an echo or a smoke playing deep underneath the kitchen, or someone playing inside of blue. But if you're able to take control of blue and you're able to take control of the Dirt Tunnel, you have a very, very pretty straightforward time planting and holding a bomb in that specific part of the A site. Now, you will oftentimes need to open up the hatch as well, but that can be done very, very quickly with a Hibana or even a Thermite. Most teams are going to opt for the Hibana. You can do this a number of ways. You can either rappel on the outside of kitchen and open up the window, go upside down, hit the Hibana on the hatch, and that way you don't have to worry about a Valkyrie C4ing you. You don't have to worry about a Pulse C4ing you or anything like that. There are a few other ways. You can simply just vault in, stand on top of the stoves, do it, and then hop right back out. That can usually be a little bit more speedy, especially when you're playing with higher sensitivities. But it can still be a little bit tricky, but you have to make sure you open up that hatch. Now, we're going to have to wait and see if Noxious actually reinforces these top ceiling hatches. Because not only do you have a top ceiling hatch on the kitchen when you're defending armory, you also have a top ceiling hatch in weight room when you're defending the first floor. Now that hatch is oftentimes opened up by teams because it's a very, very good way to help prevent people from planting inside of I think it's the B-bomb on the pool table. Because if you take over strip, if you open up that wall, it's pretty much free reign to walk inside and plant there unless you have an echo or unless you have a smoke or a legion or something like that. Oftentimes people will play Legion upstairs inside of the weight room and maybe have a Valkyrie camera that's been thrown outside into the motorcycle parking lot to prevent anybody from opening up that window real quick and busting in and taking them down. You also have to be wary about the hatch directly above you on the top floor to ensure that nobody is actually going to be attacking you from that side either. But with a Valkyrie camera, you can watch that, and of course, just through some good game sense, turn up your volume a little bit, you can detect all those things. Now, if you have a Legion playing in weight room, you're able to throw Legion traps underneath the window on the pool table. You're able to throw Legion traps underneath any type of wall, or any part of the wall that might be opened up looking onto the pool table. And you can also get a tight angle onto the strip hallway door. And you might just be able to throw a quick Legion mine in there if you're able to line it up properly. One thing that you do have to watch out for is that, of course, those attacks coming from above and making sure you're not playing too many individuals off-site. Because that's a very, very important thing to watch out for. Now, we're just finishing up getting all of the individuals back inside of our game. We're swapping up a few of the teams right now, and we'll just be getting in there in just a moment. Once again, we're going on to Clubhouse, and we'll be having Noxious on defense first. Teams are switched up. We should be getting the game underway in just a moment, so we can start up with some more Siege League action. Once again, I want to thank you all for tuning in to our games today. And, of course, we did have Noxious win that previous round. So as you can see here, we're going to have Noxious with a single point on their side and Seamen unfortunately with no points. Likely starting out in basement on Clubhouse for the actual defense here. Hibana, Ashe, pretty straightforward picks there. You always want that Hibana to open up the ceiling hatches, assuming Noxious actually reinforces. And we're getting, of course, a downstairs Arsenal church defense and two hard destructors. Likely they'll be using the Thermite to open up the wall going in the dirt tunnel that I mentioned earlier. And they have a Lion to try and find any of the random roamers that might be lying around. Sledge for some soft destruction as well as his frag grenades. And then Ashe for Ashe things. And of course Hibana. Typical Pulse play on defense. Sometimes you'll see a Valkyrie come out instead of a Pulse just because the Valkyrie can give consistent intel. But her intel is potentially, or is in danger because it can be shot and you won't get it anymore. So the Pulse is probably a little bit of a safer pick because he can keep control of that kitchen or at least keep that kitchen, make the kitchen floor lava while playing downstairs. Now let's see how this setup's going to go.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Here we go, downstairs, defending church and arsenal room. Sometimes, a lot of the Brazilian teams do this. They'll open up the wall above the church wall facing into the stairway. And when they do this, they will have an angle put together to toss some C4 through. Now, they are going to be fully reinforcing this wall, and wonder if they're going to be actually opening up that top angle right there, because you can hose C4 or smokes or what have you through that top hole and get some very, very nice kills on people who might be holding an angle downstairs at the base of the stairs. A few drones getting taken out and cleaned up at the end. The wall is still solid. Nothing has been opened up there, so probably not going to be utilizing that. I'm wondering where these mirrors are going to be placed. Likely we'll see one coming out a little bit later. There you go, one inside of blue. And then you might also be having one inside of... Quick team kill coming out there. Schoolboy is going to be getting a late start on his school day today. Webzac's probably not too excited about that, but the show must go on. A little bit sad about that. That is the castle. I don't know if he got any of his barricades down. He might have gotten one or two, but that's going to be some pretty substantial utility going by the wayside. Now, some quick droning coming out from Seamen eSports. They are taking care of all of their droning of the main floor. Likely to be droning top floor as well, but it's not super necessary because all of the defending operators are playing on site. You got Pulse downstairs holding control of the kitchen.
Attackers have located
and
a bomb.
Mira, Jaeger, and Legion controlling everything else. Two operators playing inside of blue. A little bit of a tight angle there to hold. Legion getting a few hits, likely on the main stairs, but they don't have anybody pushing down the main area of the stairs quite yet. Ash is going to be pushing into the blue tunnel here, likely aware that there are two operators inside there, and you got Jaeger just holding his piece, waiting for anybody to come push. He's going to be sitting there waiting for any kind of audio cues as Mira holds the other angle. Now they are 100% aware of the Ash being in the garage tunnel there, as Pulse calls out a few other operators. He's aware of the sledge trying to open up a similar angle to what you would see be opened up by a buck inside of the bar area. Free fires going through the wall there. Very good game sense from Hibana. Hibana gets knocked very, very low. She almost gets downed by that Legion mine, but it's now a 3v4 and the Hibana is very, very low. Sledge is going to rotate to that opened hatch and is going to try and find that Pulse, but the Pulse has already been killed. His Nitro Cell was replaced. Mystic and Webzac get some quick kills. 2v3. Plants going down from Sledge. Thermite does have to fall back as the plant goes down inside Bravo. And they are now not sure exactly what to do. Very good shot there from Animal. Animal's doing some extremely good work. Mira is now the primary operator. Is going to be looking to prevent this counter defuse. They don't know that Thermite's up top. Thermite's going to be holding an angle and waiting for this defuse to start going down. All he has to do is wait for these defuse. He saw Legion, came off of the angle. Mira's still hitting that diffuser. He has to drop down, stop the diffuser, and does not happen. He gets the kill. Wow. Got the kill on Mira here, right as she hit the diffuser at the very last second. Almost got Thermite. Not quite enough bullets being put into Thermite from Legion, but it doesn't matter because Mira's thick enough and her armor makes her hit that diffuser just that one last second as she's taking a bullet to the face. 3 kills that time for Mira on Mystic. Extremely good play. She was able to take out the Hibana. She was able, not the Hibana, she was able to take out the Sledge. She was able to take out the Ash. And potentially the Hibana as well. Didn't quite see that. But 3 kills from her that round, putting the team on her back, so to speak. Not that the other team wasn't helping, but she kind of had to. Webzax needed to get those kills that time because he got the team kill, unfortunately. Now, bringing out the Echo once again. Actually, Seamen's bringing the Echo out this time. Excuse me. Seamen is going to be bringing out the Echo, which is probably something they learned from the last round. The Echo is extremely helpful, specifically when you're defending a downstairs site like this, or any wide open site. A lot of bomb sites in some maps, you can really just open the walls between them, and it's effectively one large site. Something like the top floor on Cafe Dostoevsky comes to mind. But when you're defending downstairs
Bomb located
in
by attackers.
Clubhouse, you don't really have that. You can open up a lot of the walls, but you won't have lines of sight all the way across the entire objective. So that echo is very, very important in locking
10
down a
seconds
lot
left
of those
before
enemies.
insertion.
Now Seamen's going to be reinforcing the hatches, as they should.
5 seconds
Noxious did
left.
reinforce them last time, so good on them. Noxious did reinforce those hatches.
Attackers recovered
Helms
the
is playing
Attackers are
crouch
heading
level
to
0
the bomb.
into blue, so making sure they're going to be able to counter any individuals coming from the south side, from the garage. So be able to lock out a lot of blue and maybe make them waste a little bit of utility trying to counter that. Valkyrie does throw a camera outside, and Schoolboy heard that, but he is not sure where exactly that camera is. Looks like the default cams might be still up as Schoolboy goes into the main area. Thermite opens up the main wall and puts some quick pre-fires down Dirt Tunnel. Now, no one's in Dirt Tunnel right now. They've essentially forfeited control of Dirt Tunnel as it's being droned out. Seamen is going to be aware that it's being droned out, as Noxious is aware that the tunnel is actually completely empty. Now, you do have XGT Flaw roaming once again. Looks like Timmy knows where he is. He's pieing that same angle, waiting for a little sliver of Jaeger's head to peek out. And Jaeger is getting baited by Timmy. Shots back exchange. Quick headshot by Flaw and 2 kills. Berg gets another kill on Webzax. That's a very important player down on Noxious eSports. Same thing with from Timmy. Timmy's very, very important players. Not even just an important player. Haban is very important to have, especially for opening these hatches, because now they just have one thermite charge to use, and Twitch gets a frag onto Jaeger, but Jaeger has done his job taking out that Habana, and you've also lost all of your frag grenade potential with that sledge kill from Vision. Now, one of the hatches has been opened up.
Attackers have
So you
recovered
do have
their
the blue
diffuser.
hatch, but remember, they do still have that mirror window looking into blue, but they do have claymores that are going to go down in the main floor lobby, and then there's one in blue tunnel as well. As they hold down blue, or as they hold down dirt, they only have one operator off site that's going to be able to actually rotate around, and that's Schoolboy, who's going to probably rotate over into dirt. So their push is entirely going to come from dirt. They have the Echo drone up top, and they may or may not know that that Echo drone is there. So as soon as they get any kind of solid push in, that Echo will be able to disable that push. Now, Twitch has the diffuser. 30 seconds are remaining. Nitro cells being ripped. They're going to have to quickly open up this hatch and do a quick drop plan. But you have Mystic waiting downstairs. He is going to be aware of that drop. Montana has already pushed in. He attacks it again, takes the actual fight to the defenders, and is just getting headshot after headshot after headshot.
10 seconds left.
Oh wow, Famas is going to take out Valkyrie as the plant is going down.
5
This Echo
seconds
drone
remaining.
might be able to disable it if he gets in position fast enough. Plant is disabled, and that round was saved by Echo playing
Operators,
20
you are out of
miles
time.
off site. Very, very well done. And Vera, I don't want your antivirus software. Thanks. Now, as we can see that time, as we said multiple times, as we saw multiple times on the previous map on Oregon, the Echo drone is so important. So important. Even though you had some fantastic pushes from Caxia, you had some very, very good push from Schoolboy there as well, getting a quick frag onto Valkyrie. Even though you're in a 3v1, you can be cross-map and still win. And that really comes down to the very good play from Flaw on Jaeger, who was able to quickly take out the Habana. They lost some of the hard destructor potential, and their plan essentially went awry. He was able to burn a bunch of time, even though he did die. You lose the sledge, so you lose the soft destruction, you lose the grenades, you lose the hard breaching potential, and now you have to rotate your thermite all the way back up to take care of those hatches. That's one of Habana's
protect
most
your
important
bombs from
jobs,
being defused
is
by
to knock out
attackers.
those hatches. As soon as you spawn in as Habana, your first job, hit the hatch, hit the other hatch, hit all the other hatches, and then get out. That's all you gotta worry about. Then you can go frag. Then you can do whatever you want to do.
Attackers
We'll
will
be seeing the
locate
first defensive round on the main floor this time. Looks like we got a Jaeger, and Bandit, and Valkyrie, Legion, and Smoke. Now, we We talked earlier about control of the top floor. Holding control of the top floor is very, very important for this site, as it is on most sites. Taking control and holding the area above is definitely very important. It's an interesting Valkyrie camera. I don't think she's too happy with it, but that's going to have a good line of sight down into the strip club. The strip club door, and maybe a little bit of the pool table side. That'll be good. She throws another one inside of the other bomb site, and you got Glaws here. So this is the first time that we've seen a Glaws come out from the defenders. Really suppressive too. Glaws opening up the wall there, firing one quick shot, and then falling off of the angle. Now there is no goo mine. Oh, that was wrong. There is a goo mine there, just wasn't quite exactly on the door. So what they're going to have to do here is try and waste a bunch of time with the goo mines. Because they do have Montaigne with the plant. Smoke seems to be kind of unaware that time that someone was actually right in front of him. Decaxio getting that kill onto Flaw, and there goes their their hard destruction from Oreo is not the same level of player. Ooh, good shot from Mystic. Oreo did not get the kill onto Smoke, but some smoke does go down, as do the goo mines and some impact mines. As it looks like there was another kill that came out that time. Mystic getting a second kill onto Smoke itself. The plant is going down. All Mystic has to do is watch this angle as
attackers are activating.
Plant down, but a double nitro cell comes in from Decaxio, who got a double kill. I don't think he's aware that's both players down. Find the diffuser and punch it 7 times. I think it's 7 times to get those diffusers taken
Defenders disabled the diffuser. Bomb defusing attempt failed. Defenders win.
Very, very good play there from Decaxio. Got a very nice quick kill onto one of the good fragging operators on Seamen. And then a double nitro cell kill. It's a very good read. He had to wait for them to kind of bunch up a little bit before throwing that nitro in there, disabled both of them, and got those hits down. Some good plays by Mystic, though. You can't discount that. He got a very, very long shot. I'm not sure who it was. I think it was Bandit. From outside of the bomb site all the way into the bar area. Was able to get a very quick headshot on there. And then he also took out, I believe that was Jaeger, potentially, with another very well-placed shot. And then he chunked Smoke pretty badly, too. Bringing out the Montaigne again. Looks like that's going to be a running theme so far. We've seen Montaigne on all of the last bomb sites that we've attacked before. And we do have a Lion this time from Noxious. We'll see if they're able to replicate the same attack that they experienced on the last time that they attacked the bomb site. Now, one thing they have to do, they have to take care of Flaw. You notice that time in that round, Flaw went down very, very quickly. Regardless of the reason that Flaw went down, he is a very, very important fragging operator for Seamen. And if he's up, you got to be aware of where he is. Because he's going to come up from behind you, or he's going to hide, and he's just going to wait for you to pass him, shoot you, or he's just going to directly engage you and win a gunfight. He's a very, very good fragger. And he knows how to play slow, he knows how to play passive, and wait for someone else to make the mistake, and then push in and win that gunfight. So they'll probably be having him sit very comfortably on the Jaeger, and we'll be able to do some good work. And Mystic's going to throw some cameras outside as well. Let's see where he gets that. Looks like he's going to land on the east side, just outside by some rubble. Good little angle to establish right there. Find intel on anybody who's grouping up on that northeast side. Looks like the Lion's running over there right now as he throws a drone in. And they'll be doing a quick drone clear of Strip Club. Now, Strip Club is a place where you sometimes will see a roamer or two, but usually not a whole lot. But you still definitely want to drone it instead of actually face checking it. Oh, that Echo drone's getting a little bit too aggressive and gets, I think, taken out. That's the Echo drone done. Yep, looks like Oreo has lost that Echo drone and is going to go listen to some tunes. Now, this is a very, very important development right here, because now that that Echo drone's gone, you saw what Oreo was able to do on the previous round. He clutched a 1v3 on Echo drone. Now they're going to have to rely entirely on the smoke and on the Legion to stall this round out. Now, Flaw is not roaming. He is waiting at the bottom of the northern stairs, and he wants to push up. He wants to push up, but Berg is going to get taken out. There's the smoke gone with 1 minute and 40 left, and now all they have to do is worry about those goo mines, and Legion did not generate the goo mines fast enough for this to be that much of an issue. Now, if they walk right in, they pop that line, they walk right in, they plant. Yep, just like they're doing, they're going to be able to get this plant down very, very successfully, although with these angles. Oh, looks like that Echo Drone is still up. I thought that Echo Drone went down. There's 2 Echo Drones. That's right, he does get 2 Echo Drones now. They're able to delay the plant, but Webzax is going to get 2 quick frags to both Legion and Sledge. And there's a down right there. Sledge is actually down now. Get some quick frags through. Firing free smoke there through the actual door as he tries to get the plant down. Echo is exposed. Will get quickly killed, and now it's just Valkyrie. They know where she is, and she's going to get peeked. And that is the end of the round. Got just a little bit exciting right there. Some aggressive play from Oreo that time. He was able to stall the plant out once, and was able to stall the plant out again by using his Echo Drone effectively, and by using his Bearing 9. But with that line going off at a very, very opportune time, he was quickly detected and taken down. Now, Mystic is top fragging. He's doing all the fragging right now from the team on Seamen. So the other team's gonna have to start stepping up. They don't even really have a whole lot of kills right now. They don't have a whole lot of assists either. There are 2 assists, one from different players, and 5 kills, and then everyone else is 1 frag. Now you do have Fuse. Fuse is a very, very interesting operator to bring onto this defense. He can really, really help with clearing people out of hard-to-reach areas. As you've likely heard before, as it has been said before, Fuse is not an operator that you play to kill people, unless you're playing hostage.
Attackers
But
need to
if you're
locate
playing
and
bomb,
defuse bombs.
he's an operator to clear out parts of the bomb site. When you have a smoke, or you have a Valkyrie, or you have a pulse that's really, really dug in the northwest part of the B-bomb, his cluster charges put into kitchen can force them out of there. Maybe you get a kill, you probably won't, because most good players, as soon as they hear that chunk of his fuse charge being put down, they're booking it out of the immediate vicinity. So you probably won't get any kills, but you can force people out of the area because they will instantly die or go down sometimes to those pucks. So that's a very good thing they can do to help exacerbate or help force an immediate drop push into the B site.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Now, it looks like a pre-placed C4 there, right underneath the stairs. I don't think that C4 is going to actually do anything. It looks like it's directly underneath the concrete flooring right there. But that concrete flooring cannot be blown up. So that's a pre-placed C4 from Pulse. And maybe some of the explosives can go through the wall a little bit, or go through the floor a bit, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Opening up the floor, that'll create an angle onto the back side of the site. But Timmy can sit nice and comfortably downstairs and see exactly what that buck's doing. He's aware that he's droning, and is not going to have to worry. Now, Thermite's holding a very, very nice tight angle from the far east rappel right there outside of the kitchen. That's a difficult angle to challenge, especially with an ACOG site. He's looking for C4, looking for cameras. He's walked over the C4 now, so there won't be a C4 kill on Thermite at that point. We do have some floors being opened up from the 50-round mag of Lion on his V308, so they can have some angles into the bottom of the stairway to make sure that's clear. Buck runs in, opens up the floors a little bit, and will go back out. I think we'll take that Legion. Here comes Flaw coming inside to clear out that back part of the objective as he throws a little bit of he goes down, they are detected, or at least Pulse is detected. And he's now lost his microcell, and he's lost control of that back part of the site. There you go. Clearing out the entire back part of the site, where they are probably not going to want to push over there. They've now burned all 3 of Fuse's charges. They didn't accomplish a whole lot. they pushed everyone out of the site, but now they don't really have to worry too much about playing over there at this point, except for the holes in the ceiling with Buck. You do also have the line of sight that's from Church all the way into the common plant spots and armory, and you've got 54 seconds left. So now you're going to be able to have Caxio, you're going to be able to have really anybody on the defensive team able to come out and play those longer angles. Legion's getting droned out. You still have smoke inside of the dirt tunnel. Ash pushes in, but they will now be aware of exactly where Ash is. Some blue fires are coming out from Pulse. He peeks that angle that Murder Holy created, but Ash gets a kill. Webzax gets a kill on Oreo as well. Buck has gone down. Wall spray, or wall bang coming out from Fuse. Fuse does not know that he is down. Legion. Legion does have to back up, and he is going to get picked back up. Thankfully, he's not going to get taken out by the smoke.
10 seconds to go.
Fuse throws some smoke grenades inside, and Ash is going to have to do Ash. 5 seconds left. He's taken out by Caxio, and there goes Mystic getting a kill right there. Defenders are going to win on time. Once that diffuser got stuck inside of Church, that was pretty much it. That's one of the big problems that Seamen is going to have to work on. They're going to have to focus pretty heavily on making sure that they stay together, making sure that they don't lose track of the diffuser. If you have one operator off by themselves with the diffuser, as soon as they go down, all the defensive team has to do is rotate around and start guarding that diffuser. Now, with the round time as slow or as low as it was right there, Ash would have had to have gotten the kill and essentially immediately dropped the plant. And you had two operators in the corner of Armory that could have easily rotated around and taken down the Ash as she was dropping the plant, because in competitive Siege you have a 7-second plant time instead of the 5-second plant time. So they would have known that, rotated out, and gotten that kill. So it would have been very difficult for Seamen to have won in that case. Now this has put them on match point, which is not a good place to be. 1-4 match point, and you're now defending Church Arsenal Room. They're bringing out Frost. Now, Frost is an interesting option.
Need to locate and defuse bombs.
A lot of people say that Frost needs to be buffed. A lot of people say that Frost is underpowered. Frost is overpowered. And Frost has one of the highest win ratios in ranked play of any operator in Rainbow Six. She has the highest win-loss ratio, at least according to some developers that we've talked to at the Siege Invitational.
Attackers
now,
are located
right here, this play of Frost is going to basically slow the attackers down, hopefully enough to waste enough time, maybe even get a free down on an operator to make sure that they won't be able to do anything else. And under those drops, a lot of times, especially at the end of the round, you don't have the time to check your drops. That was Frost's main counter whenever she came out. Oh, just look down when jumping in. Oh, just look down when vaulting. But at the end of the round, you don't have time to take your reticle off of really just being up and ready to go. You've got to be ready to actually frag a target. So hopefully that's going to get them a little bit of a better result this time instead of just them hopefully not losing 5-1 on the second map. Very normal roam clear this time. Looks like Fleur is not too exciting, and neither is Flaw. Can't really see where Flaw is roaming right now. Fleur's downstairs. Whoop, there goes Flaw. Right as I said that. Who roams on Clubhouse, guys? Who actually ever roams on Clubhouse? Nobody roams on the east stairs of Clubhouse. So now you've got Sledge down. Legion's roaming too. Okay, we got the Frost. We got two roamers now, and Sledge is dead. Now they know where Legion is, and Legion is going to be kind of trapped here, but Haban is going to come up here and drone out Jaeger, and gets away with her drone. So they're now aware of where both of these operators are, and all they really have to do is hold this back angle, and that's it. There's no way that they can rotate over to the other side except for running outside, but I don't believe that they have a rotation setup. They do have a soft wall in between the top of Garage, but Legion's just going to drop down into Garage and probably fall down into the hatch. Zophia's holding the backside angle, and look at Lana's taking that up as Zofia hops on her drone. Now they're still roaming off site. They're not really doing a whole lot right now except wasting time. There is a minute left, and it's a 5v4 in the favor of Seamen, and Legion smartly drops back. Berg smartly drops back into the site. Now you've got the Montaigne, and you've got the Thermite pushing into Dirt Tunnel, but you've got the Frost aiming right down Dirt Tunnel, just waiting for someone to either put their shield away or poke their head up. Now there is no echo this time on Seamen, so Oreo is not going to be able to get a quick 1v3 clutch, which was their only round win that they've had so far. Flaw has rotated up top to the ceiling, or to the top floor above Kitchen, and I don't think that Noxious is aware of this. Schoolboy is holding the angle, so he's going to be able to counteract anything that happens there. Ooh, Ivana pushes in and gets immediately fragged by Oreo. He can clutch this round out. He can absolutely clutch this round out. Caxio getting a kill. Caxio getting 2 kills again with the crazy Montaigne plays. They do not have the diffuser. They're going to have to grab that diffuser and start planting, and the game is over. That match is over, I should say. Who roams on Clubhouse? Who does that? No one does that. Why would we expect that to happen? No one ever plays upstairs in servers. No one ever plays upstairs in cache. Why would we do that? And can we talk for a second about Caxio? We talk about that for a second. Every time, he seems to get more kills as Montaigne, as a shield operator, than he does pretty much anybody else. Every round he seems to either get a one or 2 kills. I think that's the 3rd time this match that he's been getting, or he's gotten 2 kills on the round as Montaigne. Now the rest of Seamen does seem to be waking up just a little bit, but we are still on match point. It's a 4v2. It's not going to be a complete blowout if Seamen doesn't win this round, but they're bringing the IQ, the Thatcher, and the Twitch. So they've got a lot of anti-electronics this time to hopefully counter the Legion, Jaeger, Bandit, and Smoke. So they've got a good operator setup for this specific, for this round here. And we'll see if they're able to pull it out this time.
Protect your
they will be defending main floor. They'll be defending Pool and Stockholm. Now, very common practice from Smoke or whatever operator has a shotgun to open up that wall right there. You just have to make sure you don't team frag like WebSax did at the beginning of this match specifically. But they're just going to probably save their drones here. I wouldn't even be putting my Twitch drone in that much, honestly, because it might get taken out by that castle, who thankfully did not see it. But he's going to throw up a few castle barricades to prevent easy access.
10 seconds to go.
Now, the attackers only have 2 Ash
5
charges.
seconds to go.
They've got breaching charges on Sledge, or on, Thatcher, and then they have frags on IQ. So they've got plenty of soft destruction for taking out those castle barricades, but they are going to have to use the important soft destruction. A dangerous peek from WebSax here. We might be able to get a peek onto maybe Thermite. Yep, there's Thermite coming in on the left side. Not checking that same angle. Immediate headshot. Wow. Woo! Great peek from WebSax there. That is huge. That is not the start that we were looking for from Seamen. Oreo does refrag onto Timmy and takes control of the top floor. So they have lost control of the top floor. Likely they have some Legion mines on those stairs right there to alert them if they know to push down, but they have control of top, and they have the ability to open up the top hatch right there. You've got WebSax playing right there, throwing in a little bit of gas to prevent people, I think, from dropping in from the weight room, because that weight room hatch is completely open. I believe that was Ash that opened up that hatch, and you've got XGT Flaw peeking in very slowly. There's one behind the bomb. He knows that they're there, but he can't see enough to shoot them. It looks like they've actually... Oh, that is Bandit. That is... No, it's Jaeger right there. He's got to know Jaeger's there. He sees his gun. You saw his gun! Oh, no. He doesn't know Jaeger's there! Jaeger doesn't know that he's there! Jaeger! Hey, IQ! What's going on? Alright, IQ goes down. Jaeger gets the kill. The Caxio is going to quickly take down... Oof, there goes Berg. And IQ's dead as well. It's now a 3v1. It's up to the British operator Thatcher to clutch this round out. Helms has done some good work previously, but He's got no breaching charges. He's got 1 EMP grenade, but he does have the very dependable L85 and the very powerful 226 to help clutch this. But he has to go up against a Legion, he has to go up against a Jaeger, and a Castle. 2 of the best guns on defense, and then one of the best stalling operators on defense in Castle. So he's going to rotate outside. Does he have the diffuser? He does not have the diffuser. The diffuser is down inside of pool. Legion's likely thrown a mine on top of that diffuser, and that's going to slow any kind of progress that Thatcher might have in taking over this objective. See the castle right there. Gets a good few shots on the net. Free fire. He's getting shot from the side. Legion. And he's down to his pistol. 5 rounds in each gun with 15 seconds.
15 seconds left.
Castle is extremely lit. He gets taken out from the side by Legion, and that is the game. Noxious eSports takes the round home with a quick run out, and Decaxio again with 11 frags for his team. Not quite sure what was going on with him and IQ there in the main lobby, but that is an extremely dominant game from Noxious eSports, and this will give them 2 points in our matchup today. 11 frags from Decaxio, extremely good play from both teams here, but Decaxio is doing some serious work as well as Webzax, even though he did get that frag right there at the end. So, that is the end of our second match today, guys. Noxious eSports did take this round home, or this game home, with 2 wins on maps Oregon and Clubhouse. A very decisive win on Clubhouse, and a very, very close and contested win on Oregon. I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Please go ahead and check out our Facebook channel and check out our YouTube channel as well, Outlawed Gaming on YouTube, and the SiegeLeague.com for our updates on any other kind of games we'll be streaming further. We'll be streaming both Xbox as well as PC and PS4 games. So please go ahead and take a look at those. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.